Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper wonderful, super duper beautiful and super duper delicious today, okay? And so much love to you all, my delicious babies. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper time wherever you are in the world and that life is treating everybody oh so deliciously. Much love to you all as well, my delicious babies. So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads, okay? Thank you, little lights, you're lovely and bright. Now then, my weather in the old, my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, no sunshine, but of course, like I've said before and I say it again, okay? Well, we do not really get sunshine at this time of the year, it's very rare, and it's super duper cold out there, okay? So there's still frost on the rooftops and on the grass, and you know, you have to be careful where you walk as well. Do you see what I mean? Just in case you flipping go over too. Okay, now then, so I just want to say something, everybody, my delicious little babies, yes, and I hope that you're all wrapped up super duper warm in this cold weather, okay? Now then, first of all, I want to just say, I was talking about blood transfusions the other day and everything, okay? I've tried to find a flipping video this morning, haven't I? Anyway, the fact of the matter is, if you please, my delicious little babies, were to go on our wonderful davidicke.com, okay? We love you, David Icke, okay? Not in that way. Well, if you was to go on to there, yes, there is a large selection, my delicious little babies, of different videos to go on so that you could, you know, get an update on different things that are going on, okay, in the world. Very interesting, actually. There's plenty to listen to and there's plenty to read, okay, for those of you wonderful and delicious little babies who have an interest in what's going on in the world, okay. Now then, and also I was listening to a video yesterday evening, my delicious little babies. Now, this video, okay, is actually on Charlie, you know, Charlie Ward, W-A-R-D, TV, okay, Charlie Ward TV, yes, and our lovely Charlie Ward, okay, not in that way, everybody, okay. Well, if you was to scroll down, yes, with all these different videos, and you go to the part where it's, you know, in November, yes, you should come across a video with Kate Shemiarmin, okay? Now, this dear lady, okay, she's an ex, you know, nurse of many years, okay? And I remember seeing her actually at the start of this whole pandemic. Do you see what I mean? There's an awful lot of footage on her, you know, on BitTube, brand new tube, and, you know, different places, okay? And she was working tirelessly, you know, along with, you know, our lovely, you know, Mark Steele, our lovely Mark Sexton, not in that way, everybody, okay? Our lovely David Icke, okay? Not in that way, everybody, yes? And she was working tirelessly, you know, to get information out and to, you know, to help others out there. Do you understand what I mean? To understand everything, what, you know, what was going on, okay? And of course, you know, it is really difficult to, you know, to explain. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? Especially to those who simply did not want to listen, which leads me to saying that during this interview between our lovely Kate Shemiarmin and our lovely Charlie Ward, yes, she was saying that she's still being trolled by nurses who simply just do not want to listen to the facts. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? It's such an interesting interview, my delicious little babies, yes? It's a really interesting conversation, so if you could please, I ask you once again, and on our lovely Charlie Ward TV, there are lots of other videos that you could listen to as well, okay? but it's such an interesting conversation to you all, my delicious little babies. And as for those trolls, them nurses, well, I tell you what, they want to flipping wind the neck back in, flipping get a grip of reality and appreciate that our dear Kate Shemi-Amin and others out there, okay, have been doing many hours of research, okay, many months of research, okay, to get the facts out to everybody. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And this again, you know, this is what, you know, has sadly been happening, everybody. Yes, it's like anybody who tells the truth. Yes, you've got your man and woman out there, for some, not for all, okay, but they're just not wanting to listen to the truth. Now, I've been saying this over months on my videos. You're going to have some delicious little babies out there where they know what's going on, yes, and they've been seeing everything unfold. Then you've got others who do know what is going on, sorry, yes, and what's happening but they're just saying to themselves, oh, you know, what do we do about it? So then, very sadly, you've got the last lot, okay, and I'm sorry to have to say it that way, but it is the truth, everybody, my delicious little babies, where they're just not willing to listen to any sort of reasoning whatsoever. It's like they have their noddle, they have their thoughts, and you just cannot break through no matter what you do. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But it is these very same trolls who are trolling our dear Kate Shemi-Amin, yes, who have not done a flipping ounce of research. Do you see what I mean? And these are nurses. I tell you what, they need to be bloody damn ashamed of themselves is what they need to be. And especially when you're hearing this conversation, all the truth about what was flipping going on. Everybody, my delicious little babies, yes. Which, of course, you know, I already knew these things. Do you see what I mean? It's just so terrible. And God rest everybody's beautiful, dear souls for, you know, what has taken place in this past nearly 3 years. Yes, but I tell you what, we've got a lot more coming. My delicious little babies, and I'm not being negative. No, I am not. I'm stating facts here. And I knew from the flipping start. Yes, I did. Do you see what I mean? And the next 2 to 3 years, well, they're going to be even more telling, aren't they? Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. Because, of course, more and more and more is coming out now. You know, the truth, and to the extent of this putridness. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. And also, you need to be careful about the, you know, I mean, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nurse, and neither would I want to be, my delicious little babies, yes, but you just need to be careful with the packets of paracetamol that you're having and things like that, okay? I'm not going to say anything more than that, okay? Because I need to be able to keep my video up. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so please, if you could just go on to these, you know, where I've just suggested to you, my delicious little babies, yes, because you will, and this is not being disrespectful, I'm not here to be disrespectful, to be rude, to patronise or anything, but you will get a lot more educated with things. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, please and thank you. Now then, changing the subject, I want to say something here. Well, I've been talking about over the months to do with the these old flipping Lego electric cars. Yes, I have. And what is it turning out to be? My delicious little babies, well, I'll tell you what it's turning out to be. In certain parts, they've been urged not to use their Lego car electric vehicle. To save electric. Hello? So, they were trying their best to push it out, all with this poxy flipping green agenda. Do you see what I mean? Which, of course, we all know is a crock of shite. I mean, they talk about the climate. Yes, these putrid governments and others. Yes, they all talk about the climate. And like I said before, and I say it again, but yet they'll jump in a plane, yes, and really, for most of them, they do not even use a Lego electric car. They use either a diesel or a petrol car, yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So it's like I've said before, and I'm saying it again, it's one rule for one, and then another rule for others. Do you see? And then you got ones who are buying in it. I mean, buying into it. I mean, it's like if you look at, which I already knew. It's just that the thing is, my delicious babies. I was just talking about other things on my videos. That's what it's been about, really. Do you see what I mean? But it's like when you look at these flipping stuck-up, pompous little flipping rich bands. Do you understand what I mean? And destroying art. That somebody has painted. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And it's like it's just nothing. Do you see? When there are so many out there who appreciate art. I mean, how many of you delicious little babies out there? This is the only point that I'm making, my delicious little babies, yes? How many of you out there, okay, enjoy a piece of art if you can afford it, yes? And how many of you have paintings on your walls in your homes and drawings? Do you see what I mean? There are an awful lot of delicious little babies out there all over the world globally who get a lot of enjoyment out of it, and then you've got these little twats who come along gluing themselves to everything. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I mean, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, when dear God was handing out brains, simply flipping Mr. Load out, didn't he? God bless him. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I mean, they cause mayhem. Do you see what I mean? I mean, there was either somebody not so long ago, this dear gentleman, God bless him, where he couldn't even, that's in our neck of the woods in the old UK, my delicious little babies, yes, where he couldn't even get to his dear father's, God rest his beautiful dear soul, to his dear father's funeral. Because these twats were flipping blocking the roads and everything. Do you see what I mean? I mean, you can understand why others out there were getting rather angry, everybody, my delicious little babies. Because I too would have been flipping angry, let me tell you. And I'm not normally a negative woman, everybody, my delicious little babies, but let me tell you, I'd soon get flipping angry then, let me tell you. Do you see what I mean? And I'm usually very calm. But this is what we're all up against. And of course, the whole point of it all is to push out this poxy flipping, crockashite flipping climate change, right? It's like the more and more, and especially them targeting the younger generation, all my delicious little babies, targeting the younger generation to get them brainwashed. Do you see what I mean? So at the end of the day, I mean, we've had many different resources on this earth for many, many decades. So the thing is, why all of a sudden now? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies? Then you would have thought out there, because I'm not saying this about everybody. I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset, okay? I'm just giving my opinions, which I feel I have every right to do, right? Isn't for those other ones who are not quite flipping clued up out there, right? Well, can they not see that this is a form of flipping brainwashing? Do you see? Because, of course, what they're trying to do in the world, these putrid, yes, the ones running the world and their little lackeys and everything like that, yes, it's like they want to brainwash all of us out here, my delicious little babies, yes, that you cannot do this, you cannot do that, oh, you cannot fly. You see what I mean? Because of the climate, okay? You cannot drive your car because of the climate. Yes, so you cannot do any of these things, yet all of these putrid hop on planes, especially our putrid governments all over the world, yes, they hop on planes here, there and everywhere, yes. Well, they're not thinking about the bloody climate then, are they? Do you see what I mean? When they're sat there flipping having their caviar and their drink, whatever they're drinking, do you see what I mean? Up in the air. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So it's a crock of shite. Well, of course, this is what they want everybody to believe. Well, of course, I never believed it from flipping long time, and I remembered decades ago. So I'm just wondering for some of you wonderful and delicious little babies who will remember this. I mean, I'm going back flipping decades. where, you know, we've had these sprays, you know, like where you've got hairspray, body spray. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And it was all about decades ago. You probably remember this, my delicious little babies, for some of you, yes? All to do with the ozone layer. Oh, well, you cannot spray this, you cannot spray that. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, for anybody out there, my delicious little ones, yes? Please do not buy into this crap. Because that's what it is. It is a load of crap. And it's like they just keep throwing more and more and more at us. Do you see what I mean? In the hope that they're going to be able to brainwash as many as possible to believe in this shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? And let's just look at, I just need a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. And it's like, you know, everybody's thinking that it's over, you know, like with this old, you know, COVID. Do you understand what I mean? That's all over and everybody can just go, you know, back to whatever, yes? Well, the fact of the matter is, no. Because what they're doing is they're ramping it up in other places, in other things. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And it's like, you know, like I did a video and I was talking about, you know, the air travel, you know, and with the weather and everything like that, which of course, you know, we've known over decades. Do you understand what I mean? This is nothing new. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But what the whole point of what these putrid are doing, my delicious little babies, yes? For some of you who do not know, I'm not talking to my delicious little babies, and God bless you who do know. I'm talking to our babies out there who do not know, yes? Is that, you see, they're going to keep ramping it up and they're going to keep trying to stop as many as possible travelling. Do you see? And of course, you know, like when we look at the old vaccine, jab passports and everything like that, you see everything that they're doing, my delicious little babies, yes, is to ramp up more control. This is what this is all about, my delicious babies, yes? Okay? Now, I was listening to something else actually yesterday. I need to write that down as well. See, you know what to do? I say I'm going to write something down, my delicious little babies. Then I forget what it was. But anyway, what this, you know, to do with this petition and to do with everything, I must find it. That'll be easier to find, okay? Well, you see, this is to stop this old, you know, social credit system coming in, you know, like what they've got in old China. Do you see what I mean? Coming into the UK. Do you see what I mean? Because the last thing that we want, everybody, my delicious little babies, is a flipping social credit system. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? No, we do not want that. I mean, at the moment, we can take our cash wherever we want, can't we? Do you see what I mean? You know, if you want to go somewhere, obviously, you know, things have been made far more difficult, as we all very well know, my delicious little babies, yes? But say, for example, even going down the road, you know, you want to get a pint of milk. You know, you can just get £1 out, £1, you know, or in other countries, whatever their currency is. Yes, and you can just go and do that. Do you see what I mean? But of course, if we had things another way, then this would mean that, because what they were trying to do, see, I'll tell you what, the flipping putrid they are, my delicious little babies, yes? Even where, you know, and to bring in this digital, yes, is that you would have to spend, because it wouldn't be cash, it would be, you know, something else, right? And then, so you could only spend it in a certain amount of days, yes? Okay, my delicious babies, is everybody following me? Please and thank you, right? That you would only be able to use it that time, and then they could actually say to you, right, you see what I mean? You cannot have that. Do you see? So the whole point of this to do this petition and everything was to stop it. And of course, if we look way back and we look at, which I knew all about this anyway, but I was just too busy covering other things, my delicious babies, on my videos, yes? But it's like PayPal. You know, so for all of those, you know, and YouTubers, God bless them, you know, and others, you know, just having their PayPals just shut down. Do you see what I mean? Now, it was not because they'd done anything wrong, my delicious little babies, yes? This was all to do with politics. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, you know, we have to see, you know, what's going on here. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And this is why there needs to be more and more and more, God bless them out there, for the delicious little babies who do not know, to flipping wake up really quickly. Do you see? And now we have got some, God bless their beautiful dear hearts, in the UK and in other countries who are trying to put a stop to, you know, all of this. Yes, they are, yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because... you see, because of everything what they're doing, yes, it's like they feel, these putrid who run the world, yes, it's really hard to explain. Now, I've listened to hours upon hours upon hours of videos, my delicious little babies, yes, and I've also read upon read, there we go, read, do you see what I mean, for hours, yes? Now, what it is, they do not really see us as man and woman out here as being very useful. Do you see? No, they do not. Okay? So, bit by bit, and this is the whole point of everything what's going on now as well, yes? They're chiselling away as a means to get rid of as many as possible, yes? I mean, even to the point where they're doing, and that's something I should have said months ago as well, anyway, my delicious little babies, yes, it's like the one to make false wombs, artificial wombs. Well, actually, they have been flipping doing it, yes, so that women are not needed anymore. Do you see what I mean? You know, like the natural way, my delicious little babies, where a man and woman, you know, they get together and then they have an intimate moment or a number of intimate moments, okay? So I'm not laughing at, do you understand what I mean? It's just, you know, I'm just trying to put it as cleanly as possible, yes? And then, of course, you know, they bring a bundle of love into the world, you know, God bless them, because all beautiful, dear little babies are a blessing, aren't they, yes? So I'm not saying it to hurt or offend anybody out there. God bless your beautiful dear soul who struggles in that area, okay? No, I am not. I'm just saying that, you know, but what the idea is that, you know, then a dear lady then gives birth, doesn't she? Do you see? She gives birth the natural way. Okay, well, for most, okay? But what I'm saying to you is, by then doing this artificial, you know, so growing a little baby, yes, in an artificial womb, yes, well, it means that what they're saying is there's no need for women anymore. Oh, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And of course, that explains as well why, you know, why all of the, because I do like to keep my channel clean, all my delicious little babies. And then it explains why for some, God bless them, that, you know, the sperm count's low. So, you know, a couple cannot get together, you know, to make a baby. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And of course, as we very well know, well, for those of us delicious little babies who do know, it's all to do with what they're putting in the water, what they're putting in the food, what they're putting in our clothes. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? I mean, this goes so deep, it's flipping unreal. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, so all I'm doing in my short video is just trying to, well, I'm not trying, I'm explaining, you know, the best way that I can in a short space of time, all of these different things that are going on. Because you see, the putrid who run the world, they do not want us to reproduce. That's their whole point to everything. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And of course, you know, they're wanting, which they've been doing for decades, as we know, but all these robots and things like that, you know, because what the general idea is, I mean, this is unreal. Everybody, My Delicious Little Babies, yes, which I've known about for quite a while now. Yes, I have. But what I'm saying to you is, it's like, in the end, it's like there's no need for man and woman as we know it. That's on these psychopaths' minds, yes. It's like we have the robots. Do you see what I mean? Even to the point where they would be in a man and woman's homes, you know, to do anything, to do the cleaning, do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? So this is very, very, very serious, everybody, My Delicious Little Babies. And no, for anybody who happens to stumble across me, My Delicious Little Babies, yes, where you've never heard any of my videos before. No, I have not lost the plot. There is absolutely nothing wrong with me, My Delicious Little Babies. Yes, I'm just telling you what is going on. You see? And everything what we can do to help to prevent this. Do you see? My Delicious Little Babies, yes? So we need to keep, you know, as many families together. We need to do that, yes? For others of you out there, My Delicious Little Babies, even though we're living in really, really, really dire flipping difficult times right now, yes? But we need to keep producing beautiful little babies. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And even beautiful little animals and everything. We need to keep that going. So everything that they're doing, we do something else. Do you see what I'm saying to you, My Delicious Babies? Yes, the only way, and I do not mean this in physical terms, by the way, My Delicious Little Babies, the only way we fight against this, do you see? Because what they're doing is, I said it months ago in my videos, they're speeding everything up. But of course, this is where they're making mistakes. And I've said before, and I say it again, My Delicious Little Babies, if nobody, for those who happen to stumble across me, and you do not believe a word that I'm saying, please go on to the WEF, the World Economic Forum. Do you see what I'm saying to you, My Delicious Little Babies, yes? And I know that for some of you, My Delicious Little Ones, yes, that it's going to be so difficult for some, yes, it will say, to get the flipping noddle around. But, you know, but now it has to be faced head on. What is happening? Okay, because this is going to get a lot worse. Now, the thing is, they cannot cover things up. Because as we very well know, for those of us delicious little babies, God bless us all, who are following these things, do you see what I mean? But they're certainly not been able to cover up the amount of man and woman, God bless them, and beautiful little bairns, beautiful little babies, okay, and beautiful little and large animals and everything, okay? They're not been able to cover it up, what they've put onto the world. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And like I said, there are things going on in our neck of the woods in the old UK and other countries. Do you see what I mean? To try and, because what it is, there is going to be a Nuremberg 2, okay? And of course, anybody who's been complicit in what's been taken, there we go, in what's been taking place, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Well, you know, they need to stand trial for what they've done, because, you know, this is, you know, well, it's killing. That is exactly what this is. My delicious little babies, yes. You know, but what it is, right, we've got a much higher number, and may all of their, God rest their beautiful dear souls, rest in peace, yes? But like I said, the only time when they're going to get peace is when we get flipping justice for what's bloody taken place, everybody, my delicious little babies. But if nobody believes me, if everybody fails to believe me, well, very sadly, you know, if stick brook in your ear, old-fashioned Jamaican saying, my delicious little babies, if stick brook in your ear and you're not taking heed, you're going to get what the duck gives you. And let me tell you, what the duck's going to give in this next 2 to 3 years, what everybody's going to see, and it cannot be hidden. And I mean, look at what's going on around the world now. I mean, you've got beautiful little beings, you know, going to bed and not waking up. You've got others on athletes and, you know, on sports pitches and everything just collapsing. Well, you cannot just say, oh, this is sudden adult death, which is what they're obviously putting out there, you know, for those who fall in, God bless their beautiful dear souls, fall into this trap believing it. I mean, how can anybody not see it? I mean, I'm not talking about everybody, my delicious little babies, I'm not. But we've clearly got some who are going around with their eyes closed and their ears closed, not wanting to see what's really going on here. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? So I'm not here to make this a depressive video. No, I am not. It's just that we have to continuously get this word out as to what is going on. You know, and those out there cannot just get away with killing others, because that's what it is. It's killing. Okay, my delicious little babies. So anyway, so that's my video, my delicious little babies, yes. So, you know, if anybody does not believe me, well, please feel free. And please go and do your research. But please, I beg you with the Lord of mercy, you know, do not just look at me as if to say, oh, you know, she's flipping lost the plot. Oh, you know what I mean? She's a sandwich short of a picnic, or, you know, the lift doesn't go up to the top floor. No, I've fully got my flipping noddle and I'm following as much as what I can, my delicious little babies, so that I can do my best to give out what information I can, what different sites, platforms to go on, so that for some of our wonderful and delicious little babies out there who do not know, to get educated, and that's not being disrespectful. It's just that what's happening here, my delicious little babies, yes, time is ticking. And we need to, not physically, we need to fight back against this. You see? I mean, look what they've already done to our neck of the woods in the old UK. I mean, they're destroying it. And this is our putrid governments. I mean, they're destroying everybody, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? And any ounce that any British man or woman, do you know what I mean, to hold on to our country. Do you know what I'm saying to you, and our values, and they're wanting to bloody damn well destroy it, and they're doing a pretty bloody good job at the moment. And with our flipping twat flipping Sunaking and the other flipping twat flipping politicians, you know, everybody's got to understand here, no matter where you are in the world, my delicious little babies, that our putrid governments are not working for us. What they're wanting to do is destroy us, yes, and push us down as deep as they can, so that none of us can get back up again. Well, I've got news for them. The flipping load of twats they are, because that's all that they are, right? They may be flipping suited and booted and think that they're the Don, yes, because they've got a few more quid than others. Well, let me tell you, the bloody nobodies. The pieces of shite who need to be wiped off the face of this earth. So when they're talking about climate change, they're talking about all these different things, get rid of all the shite, then we can live very flipping nicely. And that's my flipping views on everything, my delicious little babies. So thank you to you all for even taking the time to even listen to my videos, yes. And I know that some videos and things that I say is going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but that is life. Because it's all the flipping ignorance that's flipping got us into this bloody mess. And now we've got to get ourselves out. And thank dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, thank you to those who are around the world and in our neck of the woods in the old UK who are doing something to put a stop to this. Us as man and woman, we've got so much more within us. We've got so much power. But because they spent decades and decades, you know, basically programming, telling us, oh, you know, you're not special at all, you're not important at all. Well, each and every one of us are unique, and each and every one of us, have a right to be on this planet. We were born for a reason, because we're super duper special. Yes, we are, and we must never ever forget it. So the way it is right now, my delicious little babies, right, this is a fight for our lives. And this is no joke. I'm not joking and I'm not ramping, everybody. This is very flipping serious. So we've got to really start sorting things out now. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because they're going to throw more. And like I said, I'm not a negative woman, but I'm just letting you know what's coming. You must prepare. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and then they can just start dropping things on us left, right and centre. We have to be able to dodge whatever we can. Do you know what I mean? And furthermore, be one step ahead of these twats. Because you see, I mean, if you look at it, they cannot be that bright, can they? Because if they were so super duper bright, then why are they, when they drip feed and, you know, well, now it's become really flipping blatant, yes, but putting things out. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? Because if they wanted to keep everything hush, hush, right, then nobody would surely be hearing about anything, would we? My delicious little babies, no, we would not. So it's almost as if they want to see. You can see what they're doing. It's like they want to see how far they can push this. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And how many are just going to put up and shut up, yes? And how many are going to fight back? You know, and again, not in literal terms. Do you understand what I mean? But you fight back with the power of the mind. And I'll tell you what it flipping starts with, and it should really end with flipping no. And anyway, on that note, my delicious babies, like I say, thank you so very, very, very much for even, once again, for even listening to my videos, okay? Yes, I am very passionate. I do get very passionate about things, but I have every right to. And I just like to get, you know, information out to help as many delicious, you know, mankind that I can. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? So wherever you are in the world, my delicious babies, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Once again, please have a super duper time wherever you are. I didn't mean to depress everybody, okay? It's just that I'm really passionate about what I'm saying, yes? And for those of you out there, my delicious little babies, who do not believe a word of what I say, please look at the World Economic Forum on YouTube. And you can even find all this information on DuckDuckGo and everywhere. Okay, my delicious babies, so until my next video, much love, God bless, take care, thank you, goodbye.